First things first, I need to give a shout out to Diamond. He is actually the person who discovered this mechanic and put it out on Twitter. This is not my own finding. Shout out to him. He's a former support that played for Cloud9 and FlightQuest. Don't know what he's doing these days, but shout out to him. Anyways, today we are going over a newly discovered Renata mechanic. I've always kind of looked at Renata as a follow-up to Engage. Her ulti is really nice when you land it. It looks really cool. It locks them all in place for a second or two, and they all start hitting each other, but the animation is really slow. It's very telegraphed. It's very easy to dodge, and it's really easy to see coming. So it's never really been all that useful. I've always tried to let my teammates engage first and then try to use it. But with this newly found mechanic, we now have the opportunity to potentially do that by disguising the ultimate animation, or rather facing the opposite direction. So again, Diamond found out that if you use your Q at the same time as your ultimate, it's going to kind of throw the enemy off a little bit. So just as a quick demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and use my Q this direction, ult the opposite direction, and as you might notice, if I ult this way, I face this way. If I ult this way, I face this way. But when I use my Q first, Q goes that way, I'm still facing this way, my ulti goes the opposite direction. Kind of cool, bit of trickery there, throws them off a little bit, and if the enemy team is paying attention, they might think, oh, he misclicked, he's ulting the wrong direction, but after all, you're going to be hitting them. And if you want to get a little crazier, a little trickier with this, you can also combine this with your flash to throw them off even a little bit more. So again, we're going to Q this way. We're going to ult flash this direction. So Q, flash ulti. I'm facing this direction, but yet I'm right on top of them and ulting them at the same time. So throws them off a lot. Again, this is maybe a niche thing. I wouldn't recommend doing this all the time. But if you see an opportunity like this in a game, and you feel like you can throw the enemy off and they're not going to flash away, they're not going to dash away, they're not going to try to escape your ulti because they think it's going the opposite direction, go ahead, give it a try. More times than not, it's probably safer to let your allies go in first and then try to follow it up. But hey, try to get a little tricky, try to get a little fancy. Q flash, well, rather Q one direction, ultimate the other direction, or you can Q one direction, ult flash the other direction. So little trick, new mechanic discovered by Diamond. Shout out to him. Give this a try in your Renata games. Let me know how it goes down in the comments below. Also, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Peace out.